This is the upsides and downsides of social media in college and professional sports by Brian Gall. The whole country has now seen what you've written on Twitter, an irresponsible, immature, and inappropriate sentence that had been retweeted a countless number of times. You think it's light in nature, but it is severe. With a snap of the fingers, it has now ruined your college soccer career. A teammate of my sister's tweeted about Jerry Sandusky the day before they had to play Penn State in the NCAA tournament. Grace Spears said, "For every force, there is a counterforce. For every negative, there is a positive. For every action, there is a reaction. For every cause, there is an effect." The same goes with social media in college and professional sports. It is all dependent on how the athlete or sports team decides to utilize their social media. For many, they abuse this right and the outcome can be detrimental to their career. The upsides of social media in college and professional sports are endless. They can vary from generating awareness for the player or organization to rallying fans to get excited about upcoming events. The more awareness for the team means ticket sales can go up, fans feel like they can interact with players in our organizations, and social media also allows fans to embrace the 12th man concept in sports today. First, I want to begin with asking, what are the downsides of social media in sports today, and are they truly that bad? I can start by giving my own personal experiences that I've gone through between my time in LA and my time spent in St. Louis. My tweet my rookie year in LA was not well thought out, and my tweet in St. Louis was just miscomprehended by our fans. Either way, they show the partial downsides of social media. We had a big game in Toronto, Canada, and it was my first game for Los Angeles. I was in the hotel room on my phone that night. I remember my coach saying there'd be 70,000 people at the game, so naturally I hopped on Twitter and tweeted, "Can't wait to see the look on 70,000 Toronto fans' faces when we beat them in their own city." As you can imagine, I got a lot of mean tweets back. Within 5 minutes, I get a knock on our hotel door. I go to answer it, and it is our media guy. He says, "Brian, can I have a word?" I go out in the hallway, and he says, "You need to delete your tweet immediately. It is making not only yourself look bad, but the LA Galaxy as well." I got very red, and safe to say, I never tweeted spontaneously again. Then I go to St. Louis. We had a lousy year in terms of results in St. Louis. There was no doubt about that. This wasn't because we didn't work extremely hard. We were just missing something. Towards the end of the season, we had a meaningless game that we won. I tweeted, "Great fight from the boys tonight. Glad we can end with a win." A fan tweeted me saying, "You don't care about this team or results. You care more about having fun and posting pictures of you and your friends." The fan was basing this off of what I do in my free time away from soccer. This was unfair, and this tweet was retweeted by more fans, and the next thing you know, my coach is having a talk with me. I can't be punished for what I do in my free time away from soccer. It doesn't change my work ethic or desire. The fans had just thrown out excuses to why our season hadn't gone as planned. Continuing with detrimental effects of social media, in Pennsylvania, Anthony Morgan used a Twitter name that he knew would make his friends laugh. He was in high school getting recruited by various colleges for basketball. After colleges took a look at his Twitter, they stopped pursuing him. The college that picked him up made him delete his Twitter immediately. I'm sure this happens quite often. NFL and NBA players are looked at as celebrities in America, and just like us normal people, celebrities tend to voice their opinions. Within minutes, these opinions are read by millions of people. According to Bleacher Report, a big website dedicated to sports, there are so many cases of players getting in trouble for tweeting certain things, such as Amari Stoudemire, Rashard Mendenhall, and Manti Te'o, to name a few. Amari Stoudemire was fined $50,000 for an anti-gay tweet. Mendenhall was criticized for comments about Osama bin Laden. Manti Te'o was tweeting about his relationship with a girlfriend who didn't even exist. You can't just voice whatever you want over social media. You have to think before you write something, because someone is literally always monitoring you. The NFL Players Association has literally made it a priority to train top draft picks on social media etiquette. Throughout the Collegiate Bowl, the union have made it a priority to educate top prospects on the dangers of tweeting their minds. We are in an age of celebrity obsession, so it's important to be careful about what you write. Every year that I had played in Major League Soccer, we had people come in during preseason to talk about what to not do with social media. It was extremely blunt, but to the point. Other than my silly tweet in Toronto, there had been no slip-ups with our team in terms of media. I felt that it is important today for all teams to have social media meetings because social media should be positive. Now I want to begin with asking, what are the upsides of social media in sports today? And do the players actually benefit by using social media? I can start by giving my own personal experiences that I've gone through, not only with the LA Galaxy, but with the team here in Germany. If I didn't have social media, I wouldn't be able to do the marketing of myself and get the opportunities that I've gotten to this day. I used to hold my own raffles for LA Galaxy fans on social media. The first fan to answer a question about me correctly would get tickets to the game on the weekend. Doing little things like this helped me build my brand. As followers increased, I saw marketing opportunities coming my way. Companies such as Red Bull, Vita Coco, and Levi's would email me saying we want to work with you. This was all based on how I represented myself on social media and how my following got bigger. With these companies, we worked hand in hand. They would send me product, and I would tweet pictures as well as talk about how much I enjoyed their products. I realized that social media had more benefits than meets the eye, and how I could use it as a platform for not only expressing how I feel, but to gain traction with companies. When I came to Germany, as I knew, soccer here is much bigger than in America. You get taken more seriously as a professional here. From my social media, Adidas came to me with a proposition after I had tweeted something clever about Adidas products that I enjoyed in Germany. With the blink of an eye, 5 pairs of soccer cleats from Adidas were at my apartment door. I was in absolute awe. Besides marketing opportunities, a major upside of social media is engagement with fans. According to the social media specialists at the Carolina Hurricanes, the best way to create loyal fans and customers is to make them feel like they are part of the team and part of the conversation. Loyal fans meaning that the team can remain financially stable. A big thing teams have started to embrace that engages fans is the use of Snapchat. You can follow your favorite team on Snapchat, and every day there are new videos of your team. Whether it is interviews, funny things the players do, or live updates during games, it's extremely personal. You feel as if you were there in person because Snapchat gives you a first-person view. Another benefit of social media, as described by the Carolina Hurricanes, is that they follow a lot of their fans on Twitter. By doing this, they can hear the fan's voice. The organization can keep an eye on what, how, and what exactly they're posting. This is beneficial for both parties because the team can change things based not on the fan's experience only, but for example, if the fan didn't like the type of food at the game, the organization could take that into account. The Boston Red Sox gave their fans a voice on Twitter by asking for advice and constructing a poll in order to see whether or not fans wanted to change the game time. The club quickly received more than 650 Twitter responses from fans overwhelmingly voting in favor of moving the game to 1:10 p.m. This enabled fans to watch the Bruins in Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final. Along with fan engagement, social media is all about building awareness for brands and organizations within sports. A perfect example would be the UFC. The UFC would not be where it is today without the use of Facebook and Twitter. They employ help from social media consultants, and the UFC itself streams live undercard matches on Facebook. Lastly, social media in professional sports acts as a news informant for fans. It can give you updates on games, results of games, and much more important information that is necessary. I know I check Twitter for squad updates on my favorite soccer team in England. I will check who is healthy, who is injured, what time will they be playing. It's very helpful in that aspect, and it is all on Twitter. As Spider-Man's uncle once said, with great power comes great responsibility. Social media is a massive platform where one's voice can be heard. It is a tool that can be used for great things, but some people abuse it and pay the price. Many people have regretted using social media at one point in time because they didn't realize how big it has gotten. You can say a few words on Twitter and it can become viral. Being a professional athlete is a privilege, and with that privilege comes responsibility. You have to be responsible in what you write to the public. In general, the upside certainly outweighs the downsides in social media and professional and college athletics. I believe it will be used for many years to come in order to benefit players and their organizations. Thank you.